fact, some women just cannot produce enough milk. Most of the time, supplementation, when it's given, is not necessary, but there are those occasional circumstances.
All we do is sacrifice the top of a bottle nipple, because who needs that? And this is just very easy. Slip it in. There you go. The other end has 2 or 3 holes in it, depending on what brand it is, what make it is. Very often there's a marking on it. Here's a black mark to let you know which is the end that you obviously put in the baby's mouth. The latch has to be good. Chin in the breast, not the nose. Going near the corner of the mouth. We don't pull on the breast back. We don't pull back on the breast. Just near the corner of the mouth, laying it flat on the breast, not going perpendicular. Flat near the corner, pointing towards the roof and getting both holes in. Now, he's got to suck for it to work, and if it shoots up the tube as fast as it did, then it's in the right spot. And how do I really know? There's a mouthful. Suck, mouthful.
Different ways to supplement are legion, but there are better ways and worse ways. We tend to use what I call a lactation aid, which is a tube that runs from the supplement along the mother's breast so that the baby is breastfeeding, but at the same time is getting this extra supplement. This is a very important way of supplementing. It's superior to other methods because the baby is still breastfeeding. So what I often say is that babies learn how to breastfeed by breastfeeding, and mothers learn to breastfeed by breastfeeding. And if the baby is being supplemented at the breast, then the baby continues to get the mother's milk even though he's being supplemented. Babies won't reject the breast if they're being supplemented in this way because, as far as they're concerned, they're getting milk from the breast. When we give babies bottles or other methods of supplementation, babies can sometimes learn very quickly that they're getting milk from somewhere else other than the breast, and many babies will then start to refuse the breast altogether. Even if the mother's not able to produce all the milk the baby needs, there's still much more to breastfeeding than just the milk, so that the mother can continue to breastfeed if it's at all possible. And this is why we teach the mothers how to use it properly. What we tell the mothers is first, here's how to get the best latch possible. The better the latch, then the less the mother will need to supplement the baby. The better the latch, the easier it is to use the supplementer, and the better the latch, the sooner the baby will get off it. Then we teach the mother how to know the baby is getting milk. We then teach the mother how to use compression to keep the baby drinking, and then, once the baby no longer drinks, even with the compression, then to switch sides and to offer the other breast and to repeat the process. And the mother does at least both sides and then introduces the supplementer and allows the baby to drink as much of the supplement as he wants. As the baby gets more milk from the mother, then the mother will be introducing the lactation aid later and later in the feeding, so that if things go the way we would like them to go, eventually the baby will stop taking the supplement.
When we have a baby who's not latching, firstly, this can be a very, very difficult and upsetting time for mother. Mother often perceives it as baby rejecting her, refusing her. It's usually a baby who has no understanding that the breast is a place to get the food. What we do tell mothers, though, is if baby does not latch in the first few weeks, don't panic. It gets better. For some reason, there's a magic period somewhere between 4 and 8 weeks postpartum. Somewhere in that window, all of a sudden, many, and most babies will latch, as long as mother has a decent milk supply. So firstly, skin-to-skin contact, and as much skin-to-skin contact as possible. And that means naked baby, except for the diaper, and naked mom from the waist up. The more baby spends happy times at the breast, the more baby is going to be interested and eager to get to the breast and go ahead with his or her natural suck reflex. As well, what we want to do is start to feed baby at or very close to the breast, if not by breast. So If it means that we have already been giving bottles to the baby, then the baby should be fed the bottle right at mother's breasts. And baby's cheek is resting right up against the breast. The other thing is, if baby is being fed by cup, to try to keep baby in as close as possible to mom so that baby is understanding again, feeling, sensing, smelling mom. First of all, start with good positioning. So get baby tucked in tight here, fingers underneath the face, holding far back on the breast. Give baby every opportunity to get on. If baby actually does come on the breast, we squeeze the breast immediately to help baby get a gush of milk, which hopefully gets baby to start sucking. And then again, we continue to use compressions to keep up that good speed of flow. We may get a baby who just isn't interested in sucking. Well, finger feeding is a very good temporary transitional tool to get baby to the breast. Again, we can try, firstly, finger without any tube on it. So just dry finger, let baby suck for a few seconds. If baby sucks, it may say to baby, oh, suck, 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 it's time to suck. Bring baby over here, sucks on the breast, squeeze. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes, though, baby's not convinced. Little tube on the finger that sits into the supplement, which hopefully is express breast milk, and baby sucks a little bit and baby draws the supplement up the tube. Then baby transfers that same knowledge, hopefully, as we take the finger away. Try the baby at the breast. If I suck correctly, I will get food. We find that mother or dad or baby just says, that's it, I can't take it anymore, fine, you give up on that feed, you try again in the next feed, you will have another opportunity. But this is a very good way to teach baby that if I suck, I will get food, and we do it at the breast. So put baby to the breast, use the lactation aid right away, and this time it may be advantageous to raise the supplement, get very fast flow at the breast to make it very enticing for baby to stay there. And this way, the breast will definitely be able to compete with whatever source of feeding the baby has had up until that time. So if your baby doesn't latch at all, not at all, find a method of feeding that you can do close to the breast as much as possible. Get your milk supply out there as much as possible. Never pump before attempting at a feed. Always pump after the feed so your breasts are as full as possible. Keep baby always happy near the breast. Try the baby at the breast. Don't lose hope. Get some help from a good practitioner, and usually it turns around very nicely.
Babies, of course, can be colicky for many reasons. The incidence seems to be less in breastfed babies than it is in formula-fed babies, but it does occur. One of the big helpful things about colic is that no matter how long and how difficult it may seem, it eventually gets better. So the real issue is not how long the baby's on the breast, but how well the baby breastfeeds. So what we tell the mothers is, for example, milk increases in fat as the baby nurses longer. If the baby gets more high-fat milk, the baby is less likely to be colicky. But just keeping